Though I've noted in the past, I'll bring it back to mention here, in the midst of coverage focus of what I'm operating with now, I'm in what I'm calling Phase 2, which is quite a wide body of considerations and generally first experiences with some exceptions from time to time. So as I'm sitting here, it's really funny that in the lineup of what I picked today, there's a coincidence, a rather surprising one, between two different artists of, again, different extremes on stylization, but certainly equal caliber within the European metal market. I speak of it quite highly, and both Amaranth and XANDRIA are notable presences. Amaranth more on the heavy metal side, of course, versatility on expression from, when mandated, but certainly a heavy metal core. XANDRIA, though, on the symphonic metal side. It's just interesting how there's an overlap in terms of what I'm considering today. I don't know which will go up first in order, we'll see. But STARDUST, funny. Two numbers of the very same name. I'm sure they're wildly different extremes, but equal prominence. Amaranth, of course, I deeply respect their voice. And likewise to XANDRIA. Just two different styles. One of my favorites here with symphonic metal, there's their Edge, German-based, for anybody who's not yet been formally introduced to their work. And if this is a first interaction, I would recommend, because we are taking an extensive survey of Sacrificium, the album. It's very easy to mix up because they both begin with S titles. I would recommend, now that we're 4 tracks in, that you humor for yourself what we've entertained previously, whether that be an independent study or perhaps on a mutual ride. Again, we're in the midst of a XANDRIA history study of different eras, because as many of you remember, I began in present day, and I'm now going back to the past, with a particular zeal of aspiration to get to the Diana von Giersbergen era. I've been looking forward to this for a long time now. I've made no secret of that. And anybody who's been exposed to her vocal gifts, you know why. And certainly for someone like me, who's definitely growing into favorability towards operatic intrusion within metal extremes, and within Europe, you will find quite a variety that are of equal aptitude. Our deep dive of Diana is going to be pretty extensive, and XANDRIA is a necessary step, but one of evolution so far off of 3 numbers in Sacrificium's delivery. I've really liked the welcome entrance. I hope you have too. However you approach, again, familiarized to XANDRIA or a new fan of theirs. I think Diana and the group likewise will compel an interest. Again, in whatever era you approach with XANDRIA, each facet, again, what I've personally explored has been quite great. And I know there's a mixture of opinion when it comes to XANDRIA's history, given there's been so much change in lineup over years, and perhaps particular voices, but, well, strictly a symphonic metal core, again, of prowess on the instrumental side and vocally, whoever you look at, that I like everything I've heard. That's been a story, at least to every track I've considered here, and welcome entrance of enjoying music at a deeper level with all of you. Again, I think it's best enjoyed that way in companionship, however we approach. And XANDRIA, they're a delight to recognize, and to get first interaction with, again, a historical presence, namely with Diana. I love the deep dive into such capable female vocalists, especially on the operatic extreme. She is so capable. Anyway, let's continue the ride down both XANDRIA and Diana. Again, with her, it's an extensive body of work off Phase 2. And let's meet the coincidence. Let's see if there's an even association to Amaranth and XANDRIA on STARDUST. I'm sure there probably won't be, but maybe there is. I don't know. Surprises have happened in the past on different artist encounters. There could be a dramatic overlap. I doubt it, but, let's see together. This is already paced really well. Good evolution. Great startup, prolonged, dramatic, incremental builds. Deliberate direction, though. Real sway on this one. Good score. Really adventurism too on the key.
My final salutation. I count down to ignition. One last time, I'm rising. The stars are all.
I'm right back to where I was yesterday with the title number of the album. Wow. I'm without words. This. The vocal evolution on this number, wow. In her range, it's so clearly defined. Transfixing. Man. There is such a perfect balance to her voice here with the score. Isn't that? Anybody else see that? Just again, the way that chorus transforms its vision from the beautiful cue of the I'm yearning line and how her voice just trails, it sits. I love XANDRIA so much. And score balance again with a power metal chic on riff design is perfect. How delicate and precise those synth cues are, wow. And it totally fits with the script of the song. Wow. Harder break. We have to make a return soon. I'm looking at the lyrics window. I'm like, I know we're going to have a refrain coming up. But the break works. This instrumental score is brilliant. Yeah, and I'm just like out of my mind right now. To drop the tone and intensity too. Whew. Perfect choices. Wow. Let's see how we finish. It's one of the best numbers I've heard from them. My gosh. As I said, I like any piece I've witnessed alongside all of you, and I'm not one to give comparisons, right? I love XANDRIA of any voice, but sorry. No, I try to keep myself so tempered, but sometimes this music takes you away as an experience. Oh, it's the reason I love it so much as an art form. And I'm telling you, years ago, I say it all the time, I never would have believed at a younger age that I would ever love opera to the degree that I do now. But I'm telling you, metal gave me a footing of appreciation for that. It's symphonic metal specifically that just carries with it such excellence. And again, atmosphere on delivery. There's a versatility from really many groups and equal aptitude, but XANDRIA's scores are just, again, whatever era, really impressive. Stardust, though, what a dramatic face on this number. And immediate reprisal on sensationalism to any piece of humor, especially the first two, Sacrificium, the title number, and Nightfall. It's just right in line on equivalency of delivery. Probably, again, I hate to rank things, but this one's going to stand out as an immediate replay tomorrow, and probably later tonight. I can't wait to hear it again. It is such an invigorating score. And I'm starting there. And the trail into it, too, again, it's so beautifully developed. You feel like, again, it's going to linger a bit as a number. It carries its time. It progresses. But then immediately it has that nice core to it, which I wondered which number it was, and I wondered if we get to it. This is in part what decided for me. Though I'm walking into most of these numbers again on a fresh appearance generally, unless otherwise qualified. Admittedly, though Sacrificium entirely, other than maybe a light introduction void of name. There's a video that made it around in terms of YouTube circulation I picked up on. And this has happened to a couple other vocalists I've recognized here. I've credited, for example, Sirenia's Emmanuel Zoldan to the same respect. Like clips of songs measuring an artist's vocal range, notably on the operatic extreme. And there's one for Diana where this was used as the intro music. I'm like, hey, that's got a good medley to it, but now to hear it in context. And again, it's a very short window of exposure I had with it. Just that light. Now, I didn't know walking in it was Stardust at all, but just a couple seconds. I'm like, okay, this is already an invigorating score, but now you see the development paired with the vocal execution on Diana's extremes. Where do you look on the song in terms of particular standout moment? Because they're all quite even. I mean, again, the precision and delivery on her voice and her range. Spinto soprano, one of the high, I believe, either one of the highest or the highest degree. And she masters those points. We'll get to them. But again, at any space with Diana's voice, lower or higher elevation, she's perfect in any type of fitting with where a song goes on tracking, to any energy. Melodic, or again, the more operatically emphasized or permitted. I'm considering evolution again of how this begins. Dramatic tone from the minute you introduce her graces to your ears. First verse stands out, but the transformation into the chorus section, specifically in the development there, I'm looking at that, as I said, I'm yearning line, how long those holds are, and how they're kept. How she maintains her voice at that level so evenly, and it tracks right into that immediate click where the choir comes in on the back cue, and it's, again, quick, swift exit, and brought back again in terms of the first cue word online, I believe, or at least down. I forget exactly if the other lines followed suit, if Far did or not, where that line comes up. But right after that cutoff, Diana's operatic swings right in with that extensive vibrato and the reach on the end. The builds, too, again, that light piercing quality with the synth application in the if you could see how, that bridge section. Just, again, differentiated on voice, matched well as a number, again, even tracking on score, great momentum and build. Very reminiscent, in fact, to, especially with the end build on the vocal side of Diana, reminded me a lot of Neverworld's End with the intro there, A Prophecy of Worlds to Fall with Manuela's credit. It sounds very akin to that in the same stylization, though again, Diana's reach, and Manuela as well, equally capable, and probably, actually, they might be at the same range. Let me confirm that really fast, because she hit like a high A on the It's Falling Down For You line. Where does Diana hit on this one? Let me see, just really quickly. It is. I think it's either a little... No, I think it might be an equivalency on pitch. Between the two. But the way her voice registers, again, with that the specific vibration on that note, it's just... Oh, my God. Again, I'm out of my mind. It's just that type of experience. I'm right back with Sacrificium. I knew it. I knew I'd love... Oh my gosh. I've been waiting so long to get the Diana era. Oh man. I'm so grateful there's such a satisfactory delivery, even just beyond my expectations. I love it. I love what we're exploring together. I knew this was a warranted direction to take with XANDRIA. I knew. I did debate, like, I'm already considering phase 2 again is quite loaded, and I can only fit in so much, though, again, I'm definitely an overachiever. And I take as well all your comment considerations into account of my self-led journey into European metal more deeply, and so I've cataloged a number of recommendations into present standing, which I'm trying to make my way through slowly but surely, as quickly as possible. XANDRIA, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I decided to enter the Diana era. More so than you know. I've as well subverted my own presumptions of where we would go, and I'll qualify that more in the next approach, but oh my gosh, I'm so happy I decided to do this. And I'm sure every other entry and follow-up, whether it be some of her collaborative work or Ex Libris, Diana, it's all going to be at the same level. She is such an incredible talent. I love her. And paired with XANDRIA, it was perfect in this era. I know, things happened, right? XANDRIA's history, this was like some of the golden years for them. And again, I love every voice of XANDRIA. Any era of what I've been exposed to, at least. But Diana is really taking my breath away in terms of how good the execution is with these numbers. Man, again, I never knew it, so many years ago I would love opera to the extent I do today, but wow. Jeez, I'm loving it. I love music. It's such a creative art form, but there's the exploration and the precision in European metal. And again, internationally, we have talent abroad. I've recognized many as such, and many more to go. Many countries that I have not yet happened upon, but European metal, oh my word, it is so good. But the operatic, the fine-tuned operatic delivery is just so incredible. I love XANDRIA. Specifically, Diana, what a welcome approach. I can't wait to hear more. I'd also love to hear, of course, how you approach, whether you're a longtime fan or an initiate listener. That's a first for you. Wow. What an encounter you had. Kind of like a condensed, about half the length of Sacrificium, but just for delivery. It's like, just exceptional. They always are. I love XANDRIA, whatever era, but Sacrificium in this placement of time with Diana von Giersbergen, truly some of the most memorable experiences I've had here, and there's been many with other artists, but even with XANDRIA, this album, though, is just taking my breath away, and it probably will continue to do that on numerous occasions. I'm just really surprised at the level of aptitude. I knew it'd be strong, but to the height it's reaching. It's why I love music. I love it so much. It's an art form. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.